Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shahrukh, and what you see behind is our final channel name. This is what the future is. Welcome to Logically Wired, and this space is dedicated to ensure that you own your tech and not the otherwise. Imagine waking up to an Apple device that just doesn't answer questions, but it understands you, living up to the hype that Siri once promised long back. Well, would you trust Apple to go head to head with Google and OpenAI in the ultimate search and AI battle? Welcome to today's deep dive where we are uncovering the inside story behind Apple's bold new move, a secretive project to build a powerful AI search engine, an effort that could change the way we find answers forever. Well, so let's set the scene first. For years, Apple was happy to let Google handle web searches on your iPhone, correct? But they even make about $20 billion a year letting Google be default search provider. But as the pressure builds from AI competitors like ChatGPT and whatnot, Apple is now stepping into a new territory. So recently, Apple formed a special team called the Answers Knowledge and Information Group. And their mission? Well, building an answer engine, essentially Apple's version of ChatGPT, a system that can search the web and give you useful, human-like answers in real time. Well, it's led by Robbie Walker, who previously ran Siri. If you remember all those frustrating moments when Siri fumbled your questions,
I don't understand.
you'll understand why this is such a big deal. Walker called the delays in improving Siri ugly and embarrassing, and now he's getting a second chance to put Apple in the AI spotlight. Now you must be wondering, why is Apple doing this now? Well, here's the twist. Apple was publicly against having a web crawling chatbot, insisting that privacy and on-device processing came first, and that's what it has been so far. But all of a sudden, this change in strategy? Well, the answer is simple. The AI revolution took everyone by storm. Google launched Gemini, OpenAI made ChatGPT, and suddenly everyone is talking to their devices and expecting smart, reliable answers. Well, Apple's leadership started to worry that falling behind could cost them billions, and their reputation as innovators. Especially with the US Justice Department looking closely at their deal with Google, Apple saw the writing on the wall. They needed a backup plan. And that's where the answer engine comes in. So let's talk about Siri's bumpy road. And here's where the human drama enters. Apple has spent years promising smarter AI, but insiders say that the reality has been different. Angry, disappointed, burned out, and embarrassed engineers, to quote Walker, the new Siri features advertised for fall 2024 arrived broken and then was pushed to 2026. John, the head of AI at Apple, was even sidelined from these consumer projects. It's now up to Craig and Vision Pro lead Mike Rockwell to get things back on the track. And what about those shiny features for Siri? Well, some are only working 60 to 80% of the time in internal Apple tests. Critics started calling Apple's announcement vaporware, products that exist in marketing presentations but not in reality. Now, this is exactly why Apple's building up a new from the ground up, reconstructing Siri's core, and in parallel chasing a big new vision with the new search engine team.
We need to ensure Apple GPT surpasses their capabilities. Agreed. The integration with our ecosystem is key, and the user interface must be intuitive.
Well, now here's another key twist. Apple's both the AI strategies are actually clashing with each other. The much hyped Apple Intelligence project is focused on privacy, running as much as AI possible directly on your device and not in the cloud. That means a safer, more private experience, but it also has its limit. I mean, you can't expect the process to run the whole web on an iPhone chip, correct? And on the other hand, Apple's new search engine will need to crawl the web in real time to compete with Google and OpenAI. This will raise a lot of privacy questions like, will Apple compromise its value to stay relevant? Or can they find a balance giving users both smart answers and privacy? Now here is where it gets truly fascinating. We are watching the biggest names in the tech battle to own the future of how we get the information. Google is the king of search and OpenAI rules the chatbot world. Apple has lagged behind, but with a focus on privacy and user loyalty, they have a unique advantage if they can deliver. Now, we got to know that the Apple team is hiring aggressively. They're scouting the US and China for top AI talents. Some speculate hundreds of millions are being poured into this effort. For Apple, this is more than just an app, it's a survival and a shot to leapfrog the competition if they can make the answer engine work. So, what does the future hold and what should you watch for? Do you think Apple's answer engine will ever see the light of the day as a standalone app, or will it quietly supercharge Siri, Spotlight, and Safari behind the scenes? Can Apple deliver on its promises of both smarts and privacy? And how will this shift impact the partnership with Google and the wider AI landscape? Imagine asking your iPhone a question and getting an instant accurate answer, without big tech tracking your every move. That's the dream Apple is chasing right now. Well, those questions will be answered pretty soon as we get more updates, but here's my final thought. Apple is late to the AI search party, but their privacy roots and ecosystem loyalty mean they could disrupt the status quo. If they get it right, of course. The stakes are enormous, the trust of 1 billion users, and maybe the future of the internet itself. And finally, I want to know, what do you guys think? You think it is too little or too late for Apple, or are they going to surprise all of us? Will you trust Apple with your search queries or stick with the competition like Google or OpenAI? Well, if you found this behind the scenes look intriguing, smash that like button and share your opinion in the comments. I'll be glad to start a conversation, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth tech stories that really matter to you. Your thoughts could shape a conversation Apple can't ignore. Stay curious, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.